Hi guys, it's Mark at Bear Hobbies. Welcome back. Welcome to part 2 of the TAKOM MERKAVA MIG ammo build. So, I didn't really show you, but on part 1, this is the stage that we got up to. We built the kit out of the box as far as we could. So I'm just going to recap on that, and then we're going to go straight into some detailing and some enhancements that are going to bring this kit up a notch prior to the painting and weathering stage. Quite a short video. Hope you enjoy. Stay tuned. Also, shout out to Steve. Thanks a lot for your support, mate. Really appreciated as I'm just building up the channel. So let's just carry on and crack on with this build.
Okay, so this is where we got up to. Obviously, the entire kit completed out of the box. I'm just going to show you briefly what the stages we have to go through to complete the super detailing, or really extra detailing in this case. Once we remove that turret, that is. Okay, one thing we need to add is tow cables, and they run on the Merkava along the turret from both sides. And we're also going to recreate anti-slip in the areas that I've sort of indicated. Barrel I've left loose at this stage because we need to do a little bit of filler, a little bit of sanding on that. We've got the rear turret basket started on, the MGs. And this piece of lead is going to make up the turret identification markings. Okay, now we're using some quite thin plastic strip, cutting off some small sections. And I'm applying some cement here onto the forward-facing grenade launchers. There's a detail that's missing, and it's a weld seam type area that just goes on there. It quite conveniently fills up a seam on there as well. So we apply that piece of styrene. Just adding some liquid cement there. This very thin strip, it isn't accurately measured. Okay, and then we're just tidying it up after the glue has set. Just tidy up that plastic by trimming off the excess on both sides. Really easy, very simple, bit of extra detailing. Anybody can do this. Just doing a little bit of cleanup, and I'm reinstating with the hobby knife the sort of like a panel line, I would call it, just at the back there. Just a little touch up with some cement. I think it would just come a little bit loose. Just blends in that detail. So the supplied lead strip in the kit, and on the instruction page there's a template that shows you where to cut the lead strip. And we just need 3 of these identification flags. I think they're the call signs or the radio signs that the IDF use on the turret basket. And then what I did was pre-roll like a lip on the top. They just make it secure fit. It fits around the turret basket handrail. I suppose that's what it is on top of the turret basket. You'll see that in a minute. I had to do a bit of adjustment, best off to get it right for a dry fit. Okay, and I removed that lead strip. Now we're going to go on to adding the detailing of those tow cables. Now there is supply tow cable, but it was a bit too thick and also not really malleable, so I use a brass aftermarket 0.4 wire, and it's trimmed into the correct, well, roughly the correct size, basically, is the way I do it. I've already glued on all the mounting points that are already on the turret, so I'm adding some super glue and attaching initially the first wire. They're sort of, although there's only 2 recovery cables, they have 2 wires in each. They're sort of like a dual cable type arrangement. Now the idea here is to, when you're working with super glue, is to set up the first point and really let it set and go off before you do anything else. And it does take quite a while for it to set, you know, securely, so you can do all the adjustments and then sort of work it around as I'm going to show you as we go forward. Yeah, just adding a little bit of super glue just to reinforce that connection point. So it's a case of just adding more super glue onto the attachment points and then just sort of gently bending round this wire. It's a nice brass wire, so it does hold its shape a lot better. That's basically connected up there. Okay, now the anti-slip which the Israelis have on the top of these Merkavas, especially from the Mark 1 hybrid onwards. This is from a company called Vantage Modelling Solutions, and what we have is a cement, which I'm showing to you now, and a texture, and the application is very straightforward. Recommend you check out the website. I've got a link as well. They've got videos on YouTube. So I'm applying the cement straight onto the hull. It's got a very fine applicator, and using a brush to place the cement accurately around the panel. Adding a little bit more cement, just getting it right, not using too much, not using too little, I suppose. But the key to it is working a small area at a time, really panel by panel. Now here's the good bit. Now this is the texture, and it's extremely fine, a very fine sand type material, and again it has that fine applicator tip, and you just apply it to the area that you've applied the cement. Then lift up the hull, shake it off, shake off the excess. And there you go, I'm adding some more onto some other panel pieces. Again, shake it off. I've got a container that I use to collect all this sand. Quite surprising, you don't use as much as you think you will. You can see I've been working this. I broke up the hull into panel sections and just did them panel by panel. That will get you a little bit of gap showing in between the panels. It'll be a nice effect. Bits of touch up. This went remarkably quickly actually. I wasn't too sure how long it would take, but the whole procedure, I would say maybe an hour and a half. And here's a bit of a close-up, sort of showing you how I applied it on the turret. You can see that the liquid is sort of fresh and wet, which is really what it needs to be. But obviously spread it thinly. You don't want it like droplets of the stuff on top, or else when you will come to apply the texture, you'll have it too thick. There we go, just close up showing you how we apply the grit texture. It immediately bonds on the surface. Shake away the excess. Rinse, wash and repeat. Okay, so at some stages I just made sure that there wasn't excess cement on the hull and just did a test fit. Final sort of details now on the clear parts. We're using a transparent green to colour the optics. First of all, I washed away any of the extra sort of grit or sand that might have been on there using a soft brush. Use a fine brush. I believe this is one of the turret hatch. Don't have to be accurate at all. We're just placing that onto the front face of the optics. And again, I'm just showing you how carefully remove any excess grit prior to applying this paint. This is to give that effect that the armor glass has of these periscopes. And then the final thing, of course, was to mask off these periscopes. Used 0.mm tape. Used some calipers to measure the width of the periscopes themselves, and applied tape over each one of them, sort of masking them up. This is obviously the final step, and we're ready to paint next. So join me for the next part.